itu diangkat.
Welcome back everyone. Today I will recap a 2022 Indonesian horror movie Jailangkung, Sandekala. Before we start, please like and comment on the video as it will help us grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see Dimas and Wina, and Dimas uncovers a black magic doll. Wina asks him if he is sure about this, to which he says it's their only way to see Reina. He then grabs that doll and takes out a note from its head and asks her to read it out. They then both together begin reading the Jailangkung spell and request her to come uninvited and leave without being escorted. Suddenly the doll begins moving, due to which they both get terrified and they hear Reina calling out to them. They notice that the voice is coming from inside a dark room, so Dimas goes there to check, but suddenly an entity drags him inside, seeing which Wina gets horrified. Dimas then comes out with his head twisted backward and he falls there and dies. 1 year later, Adrian and his wife Sandra, along with their 2 children, Niki and Kinan, are on a vacation out of town. They stop by a place to enjoy the scenery, where Adrian notices that Niki is quite upset because she did not want to come on this trip, and here we learn that she doesn't like her stepmom Sandra. Later, Kinan goes into the forest and Niki comes there following him. She tells him to stay off the edge as the water looks deep, but he did not listen to her. She then leaves there saying she needs to go to the toilet, and after she leaves, Kinan moves closer to the lake to record his video. Only then he sees an entity behind him, who vanishes as he looks back. Suddenly a man then comes out of the water and he asks Kinan if he is by himself. Kinan says he is here with his sister and his mom and dad are at the parking lot. The man tells him that it's getting dark, so he better go back, and Kinan leaves there. Now on his way back, Kinan goes astray and notices an entity keeping an eye on him, due to which he gets scared. He then finds a Jailangkung doll there, and he suddenly falls down, after which some unseen force drags him away. Meanwhile, Niki tries to contact him but his number is unreachable, so she goes to the lakeside but finds that he is not even there. She then comes back to her mom and dad and asks Adrian if he has seen Kinan. She tells him that she went to the toilet, and when she got back, he was gone. Adrian and Niki then return to the woods in search of Kinan, and she brings him to the lakeside saying the last time she saw him there. Later, Adrian calls the rescue team and Kinan's search starts. Sandra asks him what if they don't find him, and she blames Niki for all this, due to which she gets upset and goes out of the car. Adrian goes after her and tells her that it's not her fault. The police in charge Majid then comes to him and asks if could they talk. Majid tells him that it's getting late and the weather is getting worse, so it's better for them to stay at his official residence. He then brings them to his house and introduces them to his nephew Faisal. Later, he tells them that the rest of the team is still out there searching and that they will call them if they find anything. Now that night, Sandra wakes up hearing Kinan's voice, and she finds him sitting right in front of her. He then twists his head towards her before running into the darkness. The next day, they begin their search again, and Sandra finds that the water in their bottle is finished. Niki sits beside her and says she should have gone searching alone, and then she holds her hand and tells her not to worry. Faisal then comes to them and says he saw a house over there and they can get water and rest there. They then reach there, where Niki notices some swings behind the house. A lady named Seja opens the door and Faisal asks her if they can rest there for some time. After some time, Faisal says he thinks they should go back first and let her mom stay here, and they will get the car and come get her. She asks Seja if there are any driveways around here, to which she tells them to go uphill and they can park there. Now on the way, she asks him if he knows that lady, to which he says he was surprised there was even a house there. Only then she gets signals on her phone and she tells him that she has an app through which she can find Kinan's phone. Following the signals, they reach the Jailangkung doll and she tells him that the sound is coming from there. Faisal says something is not right here, so they should go, and Niki keeps the doll in her bag saying this could be the kidnappers. She then notices that the sound is coming from beneath, and when she puts her hand in the hole to get the phone, something grabs her hand, and as Faisal pulls her back, they get terrified seeing an entity inside it. They run out of the forest, where she bumps into her dad and tells him that there is something in the forest. They then bring Sandra back from there, and on the way, Niki notices that the villagers are taking their kids inside the house. Later that night, Adrian goes to the police station, where Majid tells him that they have been working non-stop to find Kinan. He says he has worked with a lot of missing kid cases, and most of the kidnapping cases were clear, but this case is different. They have no trace and witnesses, and it's like his son just disappeared. However, they see 2 patterns here. First, kids go missing at sunset, and second, when a kid goes missing, the previous missing kid will be found, but they found them dead. On the other hand, Niki tells Faisal that that thing was grabbing onto her hand so tightly, and he says he also saw something like that for the first time. He then gets a call from his friend Rama, who tells him that he saw the picture he sent him and confirms that it's Jailangkung. Faisal tells Niki that people use Jailangkung to summon things. When he first came here, locals told him that the area around the lake is haunted and a lot of kids have gone missing there. He then shows her a video in which some children were by the lake and they capture a long entity behind them. Later that night, Sandra hears some noise from outside the house, but when she checks out from the window, she finds no one there and only then the lights of the house go off. She then goes to Niki's room to check on her, but only then she gets shocked to see that she is getting a call from Niki and she tells her that she will be back soon. During this, we see that entity moving inside the blanket, but when Sandra pulls it back, she gets terrified seeing that there is no one there. She comes out and sees Kinan in the bathroom and the door shuts before she could go to him. After a while, when the door opens, she enters the bathroom and finds mud there on the floor. Now when she bends down to check it, she notices that entity there with Kinan in her arms screaming for help, and then she falls down and faints. Later, she wakes up scared and Adrian tells her that she fell in the bathroom. She says she saw Kinan in the bathroom, to which Adrian says she is too tired and that's why she is hallucinating. The next day, Seja asks Sandra if they found Kinan, to which she says they are still looking. Meanwhile, Faisal and Niki check Majid's case files and he also tells her that they should stop carrying around the Jailangkung. Niki finds the first case's file, which belongs to a girl named Ingi, who disappeared 20 years ago. They also find Reina's file, who went missing last year, and here Niki notices that all the corpses of all these kids were found in the same condition. On the other hand, Majid with his team and Adrian visits Sarno, who tells them that he only met Kinan by the dock and told him to go home. Only then Adrian finds a jacket there and he tells Majid that it's Kinan's jacket. Majid checks it and tries to calm him down and Sarno tries to run away from there. During this, he injures an officer and because of this Majid has to shoot him. He then gets a call from his team who informs him that they have found a body. We then see them in the hospital where Majid informs them that the body inside is a girl. He then tells them that they have to find out if this kid has a connection to their case, as there is a possibility that this was the missing kid from the last year from the same spot. Meanwhile, Niki goes in to check that girl's corpse and she finds that this is Reina. Now she's about to leave when she hears Kinan's voice and she gets terrified seeing Kinan instead of Reina there. The entity then grabs her throat and tries to strangle her, but she manages to free herself and bumps into Faisal and tells him that she saw Kinan inside. They then both go in and Faisal says it's a girl and not Kinan. He picks up that doll and tells her that things are not going right and this is the culprit. On the other hand, Sandra visits Seja and gives her a bag full of snacks saying just in case Kinan comes across this place, she will have something to give him. She also tells her to inform her when he does come. Now when she starts leaving there, her stomach starts hurting, so Seja asks her to get some rest in her house. Meanwhile, we see Faisal and Niki in Majid's office checking the belongings of the missing kids. In it, she finds a piece of doll that looks exactly like the doll they have, and when Faisal checks it, he finds a note in it. Niki then notices a note in that doll as well, and she takes it out and Faisal tells her that it's the Jailangkung spell. She reads the spell and only then Nino comes there with a bike thief. Faisal tells him that Majid told him to get him something, and then Nino leaves there asking him to watch him for a second. On the other hand, Sandra asks Seja if she lives here by herself, to which she says she lives with her 17-year-old girl Ingi, and she is in her room. Sandra asks if she has to walk a long way to school, to which she says she doesn't go to school anymore because other students kept bullying her. Only then Sandra gets shocked to hear Kinan's voice from inside the room. Meanwhile, the thief begins misbehaving with Niki, which enrages Faisal and he goes to fight with him. Suddenly the doll stands on the table and they all get terrified seeing it, and only then a portal opens there and the thief disappears from there. Niki then hears Kinan calling her from inside the portal and she also gets dragged into it, but when Faisal tries to go in, the portal closes. On the other hand, Majid asks Sarno where did he find the jacket. He says he is not the one who took him, but it was a ghost. Adrian gets furious and asks him about his son pointing a gun at him, but he says the ghost took him and he can't get out until he is dead. Here Seja says she thinks her child is calling her and then she goes into the room. Sandra grabs a knife and enters the room after her, and she gets terrified seeing a long corpse of a girl there. She asks Seja where is Kinan, to which she says he is playing with her daughter. She then tells her that since birth, Ingi was way taller than other kids. She is only watching over her child, but she often gets sad because kids always bullied her. She wanted to make friends, but she got scared because they picked on her. That day, she left her a message saying she couldn't stand it anymore and then jumps into the lake. She took her out and kept her here and saw her crying. A shaman said that she is in a different realm now and gave her a Jailangkung, and because of this, she can be with her again. But when it's dark, she keeps asking for company. So finally, every nightfall, she gets her a friend. Sandra asks her where is Kinan, to which she says he can't come back anymore because he has to stay and play with her daughter. Sandra calls Niki, but Faisal picks up the call and she tells him to come there quickly. Meanwhile, Niki hears her mom's voice from inside the house and she realizes that it's the same house. She then hears Kinan calling her out for help, and soon after she finds him. She then cut him loose, and before they could leave, Inga's ghost grabs the thief by his throat and kills him by breaking his neck. Niki brings Kinan into the house and shuts the door, and she finds a Jailangkung doll there. She then begins reading the spell to summon the Jailangkung, causing the portal to open, and they come back to their dimension. Sandra gets overjoyed to see them there, but only then Ingi's ghost tries to drag Kinan away. Niki grabs that doll and stabs it in Ingi's head, causing her to scream and retreat. Now this makes 𝐁𝐄𝐒 furious, and she begins attacking them with a knife, but before she could kill Sandra, Faisal knocks her down. They then begin leaving the place in their car, but 𝐁𝐄𝐒 comes there and tries to attack them again. Niki and Sandra fight back and Niki pushes her back, causing her head to hit a gate. Faisal stops the car, and Niki throws her out on the road, and then they leave there. Now after a few days when they recover, they leave for their house, and we see Sandra summoning the Jailangkung. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.